I would like to present high voltage RF generator that is used for lamp testing. Works basically like the predecessor and offers the same cable connections for high voltage, and the connection is coming to this port on the right of the panel. Requires a 3-wire system for AC line, either 120 volts or 230 volts AC. Requires connection of the grounding wire and requires a connection of the remote controls in that is coming from the customer controller that would define operation of this unit. We have a fixture that has an incandescent lamp with a gas in it, with the connection of the high voltage wire into the base of it. The cable must be placed with a separation from any metal components, any contact with a metal frame, tools, conveyors, or even its own grounding wire, because we'll be leaking energy into it. We're using external electronics function generator that we're setting for 10 Hertz of operation with about 25% of a duty cycle. This offers us pulses of about 20 milliseconds here, 20-25 milliseconds, in line with a typical setup for testing of the lamp that requires pulse to be generated between 30 milliseconds to 200 milliseconds. That we bring into our test fixture that simulates connections of a typical PLC, conducted further to the control in of the TS model generator. We're switching it on, and in the first moment it shows us about 0% of the power level settings. Activate our output on the function generator. Make sure that in the initial moment the set value is at 0% for the safety purpose. Activate RF on, and now start to increase immediately the percentage of your volume to the point you see the plasma in your lamp. We would like to observe this right side of the display for the level of your voltage in kV peak to peak. The best results are for this type of a product are between 10,000 and 11,000 volts, or in my case between 10 and 11 kV peak. I accomplished it with 61 watts, and now is the most important to make sure that this RP reverse power is at the lowest, because we have to tune this system into our load. For that purpose we have to push the editor knob once, and that switch the fields of the cursor into the frequency adjust, and here we can adjust it and watch this number to be as close to 0 as possible. As you notice, I detuned it the wrong way, and I have the highest number that I initially started, so I have to go back for the lowest possible that can be accomplished. In this case is something between 1 and 2 watts, as low as possible. When it's accomplished, then we know that the highest voltage is generated and goes to the lamp. That is the best point for you to operate now your tester. If the interlock to the unit will be open, will be broken, also cycling the power to off and on again will create the conditions that the frequency is what we selected before. However, for the safety purpose, the set level is at 0% and must be re-established again to the operating condition.